Hello, this is the guitar teacher from Southeast Missouri. Once again, I'm going to teach you today how to play Good, Good Father, made popular by Chris Tomlin. You know the Housefires did this song as well, but Chris Tomlin really made it famous on Christian radio. So today we're going to learn it. It's a very simple song. I think it's very simple. The chords are familiar to all of us. We're gonna put the capo in the second fret right here. Reason for that is because of the dynamics. The dynamics of this song require that you play with this capo in the second fret. You could play, because it's done in the key of A. That's why we're using the capo on the second fret. It's done in the key of A. You can do it without the capo, but I would say to keep the dynamics of the song. What are the dynamics? This is the dynamics. When you're playing in the key of A and you play with the capo in the second fret, you're going to play a G, and that's going to be the same as playing an A. The only difference is now you have this thread that runs through the song, and it's these two strings, these two bottom strings, and the thread is right here. And that runs through this song. Actually, it runs through any worship song that you hear on the radio whenever they're playing. They have a thread they like to run through it. I call it a thread because it keeps the song sewn together. If you ever go to watch worship leaders whenever they are at like churches, they come and do shows and things like that, you'll see that they always have a laptop up on this platform. The reason why they have a laptop up there is because they have a thread that they press the button, and the thread runs, the song has this little thing running through it. So anyway, that's why we play it right here, because you have a thread. You can't get that thread unless you have this capo on it. So the song starts like this. Let's get into the meat of it. The song starts like this. It starts, well, I've heard 1,000 stories of what they think you're like. What I'm doing here is I'm playing my G. I'm playing my G with the two fingers on those bottom strings. And that gives me my full sound of the G. Well, I've heard when we do 1,000 stories, what we do with our fingers is we take both of these off for what I call G with an A bass. Because it's going to be playing this open second string. The A string, of course. And it's going to be... And then I put my index finger down on the A string, which is the second string. This is called your second string right here. Yeah, we'll leave it like that, because actually, whenever you're learning how to play guitar, we like to go from the bottom up is how we're taught. Generally, we're calling the first string, we call it down at the very bottom. Whenever I teach guitar, I like to teach it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. However, for all intents and purposes of learning how to play this song, this is going to be number 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll do it backwards because most everybody is used to having the low E string as being number 1. So that's what I'm going to do. So anyway, back to what we were playing. The G starts off, well, and I emphasize the first string really heavily and the second string really heavily. So when we play that, we play, well, I've heard, there's my G, and here comes the G with the A bass. That just simply means I'm taking these two fingers off, and all I have on is these two. And so it sounds like this. My index finger goes on the A string in the second fret, and this is my second because this has now become my bridge. Remember that. Your capo becomes your bridge. So I'm 1,000 stories of what they think you're like. See how easy that is? And this is called a hammer-on that I'm doing at the end of that. When I put my index finger on that 2nd fret, I'm doing a hammer-on, which is I'm hitting the string first and then I apply my finger second. Just like that. I'm picking the string without anything, and then my finger goes down. And it kind of makes its own sound when it goes on the string. So it's a... I've heard 1,000 stories of what they think you like, but I've heard the tender whisper of love in the dead of night, and you tell me. Once again, this thread is still running through here, and now I am on a C. And check out how I do this C. This is actually called a C add 9. But check out how I make this chord. It looks just like the G almost. See how I make that G? The C add 9, I'm making it with these fingers. One string down on only these top 2 fingers I'm moving. These 2 I'm leaving alone. That's called a C add 9. Now to make this a little bit more zippy, I lift this index finger off when I play this chord. So it's, but I heard, watch, the tender whisper of love in the dead of night, and you tell me. See, what I did is I raised this finger, and now you're playing with 3 of these fingers on that C add 9. Are you with me so far? Now from this chord, you're going to put the index finger on the 2nd fret, which will make it a B, a G with the B bass. Now let's play what we've got so far. Well, I've heard 1,000 stories of what they think you're like, but I've heard the tender whisper of love in the dead of night, and you tell me that you're pleased and that I'm never alone. You're a good, good father. It's who you are. It's who you are. It's who you are, and I'm loved by you. It's who I am. That's who I am. That's who I am. Now we're going to go through the last 2 chords. These are the only other 2 chords in this song. So far we have a G, we have the C add 9, and the G is modified a couple times. So we still only have a G and we have a C add 9. Now we're going to play a A minor 7th, and we're going to play a D. These are the final 2 chords. The A minor 7th is right here. You all know how to play the A minor 7th, hopefully. In case you don't, it's the index finger on the 5th string. We're going to call this our 5th string in the 1st fret, and then we're going to play the middle finger is going to go on the 2nd fret in the 3rd string. That's an A minor 7th. If you can make an A minor, just take the ring finger off, and there's your A minor 7th. And then, of course, a D chord. You know the D. Everybody who plays knows the D. Well, I've heard 1,000 stories of what they think you're like, but I've heard the tender whisper of love in the dead of night, and you tell me that you're pleased and that I'm never alone. You're a good, good father. There's a C. It's who you are. It's who you are. It's who you are, and I'm loved by you. Don't you see who I am? That's who I am. That's who I am. So far, that's what we have, and those are the only chords in the song other than an E minor. And when we say, you're perfect in all of your ways, we start off on the C add 9 with our index finger raised. Here's a C add 9, raise up that index finger, and you have that chord. It's You are perfect in all of your ways. There's an E minor. Watch how I play my E minor. I'm keeping those dynamics running through this song. Remember I taught you the dynamics is down here. Those two strings. Excuse me. The dynamics of that song is I'm keeping it running through. And so it says, you are perfect in all of your ways. Look how I do my E minor. I have my regular E minor played right there, but I had those two little fingers. Now we have, you are perfect in all of your ways. There's G minor. You are perfect. There's the A minor 7th. In all of your ways. Back to a G. You are perfect in all of your ways to us. Let's do that again. See if you can follow that. You are perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways to us. Now you got it. So if you could play this whole song through, I'm going to play it one time through in this section so you can see, because I want to have less than 15 minutes on this if we can. Very easy song to play. We're going to do it again. From the top, going to run it through to You're Perfect in All of Your Ways. And you can play the whole song. You can get the words off the internet anywhere. Well, I've heard 1,000 stories of what they think you're like, but I've heard the tender whisper of love in the dead of night, and you tell me that you're pleased and that I'm never alone. You're a good, good father. It's who you are. It's who you are. That's who you are, and I'm loved by you. That's who I am. That's who I am. That's who I am. You are perfect in all of your ways. God, you are perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways to us. You are perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways. Oh God, you're perfect in all of your ways to us. Oh yeah, oh to us. Jesus, you're perfect to us. Jesus, perfect to us. Jesus, you're perfect to us. Oh, to us. I added that little bit in there on my own, just as kind of an exhortation. But that's really easy how to play this song, isn't it? So once again, remember, you can play it without, you can play this in any key. If you do it in the key of G, you can play it anywhere without that capo. You can play it in the key of G. You know, you are perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways. You can play it there, and you go anywhere up the neck and just play it in that G, wherever a band is playing the song. It doesn't matter if it's, it doesn't matter where it is. I've heard 1,000 stories of what. You can play it there, you can play it in there, you can play it up here in the B flat area. Well, I've heard 1,000 stories of what they think you're like, and you tell me that you're. See, you can play all over the neck with this capo in the key of G. You can play with any band anywhere. That's what I like about the capo. Anyway, that's Good, Good Father. Chris Tomlin has made it popular. Be blessed, everyone, and hallelujah to Jesus.